As the box administrator for your organization, you may be thinking about setting up single sign-on for your enterprise. In this video, you'll learn what single sign-on is, and we'll walk you through setting it up step by step. First of all, what is single sign-on, or SSO? SSO stands for Single Sign-On Authentication. Its purpose is to provide a single set of credentials that can be used to log into several different applications. With single sign-on, you use one password to access all of your applications. It certainly makes things easier for the user and reduces password fatigue and tickets to the help desk. Enabling SSO is very useful in a corporate setting when you want your employees to be able to access a variety of applications using their company credentials. The first step for any single sign-on journey is to select an identity provider, or IDP, for your organization. As a refresher, an identity provider is a user management tool connected to the user store. It enables an admin to define access to enterprise applications. It also enables users to single sign-on into their applications. There are a number of IDPs that integrate with Box, but the only requirements are that the IDP supports SAML 2.0 and service provider initiated logins. With SP-initiated logins, users start at their company's Box login screen. To log in with SSO, they'll be redirected to the identity provider. A SAML request is sent from Box to the IDP, and the user enters their credentials. Upon successful login, a SAML response is sent back to Box, and the user is logged into their account. Now, let's walk through the steps to set up SSO for your enterprise. First, you have to be logged in as the primary admin to set up SSO. Go to your admin console and then select Enterprise Settings. Select User Settings and scroll down to configure single sign-on for all users. As you can see here, there are explanations for the steps that you need to configure SSO. When you click on Configure, you'll be able to select your identity provider, or IDP, and upload your SSO metadata file. Note that this process can only be used to create SSO connections with the identity providers listed here. If you don't see your provider or don't have a metadata file, clicking this link will direct you to Box support to create the connection. We're going to choose Okta as our IDP for this example. The next step is to upload your metadata file. Upload it, then click Submit. Keep in mind it will take up to 24 hours to process. This is what you'll see once you have selected your IDP and uploaded your metadata file. Your status shows your file has been authenticated. Next, you want to turn on SSO. There are two SSO modes. SSO Test Mode is a hybrid state that lets you log in with both SSO and your Box username and password. You'll use SSO Test Mode to test your connection without fear of locking yourself out of your account. But the ultimate goal is to turn on SSO Required. In SSO Required, users will only be able to log into Box via SSO. Let's get ready to test. As you can see here, once we turn on SSO Test Mode, the new sign-on experience will be available for all users. This means that the user experience will change for everyone. We recommend turning on SSO Test Mode in off hours to reduce end-user impact when testing. Once Test Mode is enabled, anyone who signs into Box as a managed user of your enterprise account will see this screen that asks if they are part of your organization, in this case, Increo. If the user has been authorized to use Box within their IDP, they can click Continue and log in with their SSO credentials. However, since we are in SSO Test Mode, the user can also click Not Part of Increo and still log in with their separate Box username and password. This is helpful if the connection has a problem and SSO logins do not work. Testing should take no longer than 30 minutes. It's best practice to turn off Test Mode if issues arise and contact Box support. Once you've completed testing and confirmed that your test group can log in successfully, you're ready to turn on SSO Required mode. Once you click SSO Required, you'll get this pop-up. Check both boxes and enable for all users. After this is done, users will only be able to log in using their SSO credentials. Congratulations! You just set up SSO for your enterprise. We're going to go over one more important thing before we wrap up. There are several enterprise settings available to customers. We're going to cover one of those here that has to do with email settings. You can get more information about other settings by going to support.box.com. Once SSO Required is turned on, you can suppress user account creation emails in the admin console by going to Enterprise Settings Notifications. This is recommended because by default, your new account holders will receive a Welcome to Box email asking them to set up a Box password. This can be confusing since they are now using their IDP password, not their Box password, to log into Box. Ready to learn more? Check out these resources.